And exhale. And then seal your lips, breathe in through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Try to use that same force that you use for those open mouth exhales. One more breath. And blink your eyes open. Bring your hands to the outside of your thighs. Bring your knees together. And then bring your knees into your chest. Gently roll side to side. And then bring your arms to a T and let your legs fall towards the left side of your mat. It's a nice, easy twist to begin class. And then bring your knees through center and drop both knees to the right. And to complete the twist, gaze over left fingertips. And bring your knees back through center. Grab behind your thighs, rock and roll a couple times, and then come to a tabletop position. Really spread your fingers wide on your mat. Your wrists are stacked under your shoulders, knees stacked under hips. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly low, and your tailbone and gaze high, and really grip into your mat, pulling your wrists towards your knees. Exhale, cat pose. Round your spine, tuck your chin and your tailbone. Press the space between your shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. And move through a couple rounds with your own breath. Inhale for cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. One more time, inhale, cow pose. And cat pose. And then come back to a neutral spine. And then send your left leg out to the side. So you want your left ankle pretty much in line with your left hip. And try to press, sorry, you can't really see my foot. Try to press the pinky side edge of your left foot into your mat or into the ground. And then we're going to do some cat and cows here. So inhale, find that arch through your back. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. All right, switch sides. Send your right leg long off to the side. Really press into your mat with the outside edge of your right foot. And then we're going to do the same thing. So inhale for cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. All right, come back to tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, down dog. Send your hips up and back. And then take any movements you need here. Pedal out your heels. Make sure your fingers are spread wide on your mat. Your wrists are shoulder width distance apart or a little bit wider. Feet are hip width distance apart or a little bit wider. And then send your tailbone a little bit higher up. Create that straight line from your wrist through your tailbone. Your neck is relaxed. And then really bend into your right knee and then slowly begin to straighten your left leg. Maybe your left heel comes a little bit closer to your mat. And then switch, bend into your left knee, straighten your right leg, maybe press your right heel a little bit closer to your mat than it was before. And then come up onto both toes. And then exhale, press both heels towards your mat. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet behind your hands. Feet are hip width distance apart. Bend your knees a lot to bring your torso onto your thighs. And then interlace your pinkies into opposite elbow crease. And let your head hang heavy. Nice forward fold. Might feel good to shake your head yes and no. Or maybe sway your torso side to side. And relax your fingers down towards your mat. Toe heel your feet together. Big toes come to touch, slight space between your heels. Bend your knees, slowly roll up to standing. And then find standing at attention, bring your hands together at heart center. Spread your toes wide on your mat. Tuck your tailbone. And then pull your shoulder blades together and down your back. Take a big inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Bring your hands above your head, palms facing inward. Inhale. Exhale, baby back bend. Bring your arms to a goalpost position. Elbows are bent. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. This is a more active forward fold than ragdoll pose. So try to shift your weight forward into your toes. You might find a better stretch through the back of your leg, both legs. And then inhale, halfway lift, find that flat back, press into your hand or into your legs with your hands above or below the knee. Inhale. Exhale, crouch and curl. Come up onto your toes, sit your hips towards your heels. And then tuck your chin, bringing your forehead towards your knees. Drop your heels down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot back. Find a low lunge. So keep that back leg lifted. Inhale for a low lunge twist. So send your right arm long up above your head. One more inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose, straighten your front leg. So both legs are straight. Your back heel can be, keep your back foot where it was, so all toes pointed forward. Your back heel doesn't need to touch your mat or anything. Just find some length here. And then step your back foot forward to meet your front foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot back this time. Keep your back knee lifted. Inhale, low lunge twist. One more inhale here. Exhale, pyramid pose. Straighten through both legs. For a deeper stretch, make sure that your hips are in line with one another. So pull your right hip in line with your left hip. Inhale, halfway lift, step that back foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. All right, and we flow. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot back, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge, right foot steps back. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll flow one more time. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot back. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, half lift, step that left foot forward. Exhale, low lunge, step your right foot back. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low. Squeeze your ankles and your knees together. Inhale. Exhale, airplane arms. Send your arms back behind you. Squeeze your pinkies towards one another. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Lift your right knee up. Exhale, figure four. Bring your right ankle to your left knee. Sit your hips back. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain, left knee lifts. Exhale, figure four. Really bend into your right knee for that deeper stretch through your left hip and glute. And then try to keep your chest lifted. This also intensifies the stretch through your left leg. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. First one of class. Step your feet back, shift forward. Keep your elbows in towards your rib cage. And then inhale, up dog. Into the tops of your feet and your hands, shine your chest forward. Exhale, down dog. All right, we're just gonna flow through that one more time. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, move to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain pose. Exhale, standing figure four. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Other knee lifts. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And take some breaths here. All right, and then shift forward to high plank. Moving into our core exercise. Come onto your forearms for forearm plank. Find that nice strong plank position. We'll be here for 20 seconds and then we're gonna add on. Here for just 5 more seconds and then option to add hip dips. Hip dips in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop to the left, center, right, center. Four more on each side. We got 2 more. And 1 more. All right, come down to your belly. Find Sphinx pose. Bring your forearms to like the number 11. Really grip into your mat with your elbows and your fingers. Pull your chest forward. And then take a drink of water or just come to child's pose. We'll meet in child's pose. And then when you're ready, make your way to downward facing dog. Inhale your right heel high. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip over your left hip. Maybe circle your right knee a couple times. Then inhale your right heel high. Exhale, step it through to low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Lift your torso up. Your back toes are pointed out between like 15 and 45 degrees, whatever works for you. But you want your back heel on your mat. Then really bend into your front knee. Bring your arms up by your ears. So your hips are square. Feel free to play around with a wider stance or maybe a closer stance. You want to feel a stretch through your back calf. One more inhale here. Exhale, open up to warrior two. So adjust your feet, step your back foot back, and now your back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Rebend into your front knee, gaze over right fingertips. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach forward with right fingertips till you can't reach anymore. Then bring your right hand down, left arm reaches high. So you want to think about rolling your right hip underneath your left hip. So ideally your left hip is stacked on top of your right hip. If you need to come up a little bit, that's okay. And then you want to stay lengthened through both sides of your torso. And then gaze up towards top fingertips or down towards your right big toe. Inhale up to star pose. Toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse pose. Sit low, bring your hands to heart center. Nice. So yeah, your toes and your knees are pointed in the same direction. And you want to work on stacking your shoulders over your hips. Tuck your tailbone as best you can. Inhale up to star pose. And then this time, point your toes slightly in, heels out, extend your arms to a T. Inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. And then you have some options here. You can bring your hands to the outside, outside of your legs or your ankles. Maybe grab for your big toes and use that leverage to pull your torso closer to your thighs. Or just take a passive wide-legged forward fold. Just let your head hang heavy. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift right here. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. And move into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. All right, other side, inhale, left heel high. Exhale, scorpion dog. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip over your right hip. And then option to take those circles with your left knee. And inhale, left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one. Lift your torso up, bend into your front knee. And then your back toes are pointed between 15 and 45 degrees from where your front toes are pointed. And you want to straighten your back leg, really press the pinky toe side of your back foot into your mat. And then check in with your hips, make sure that they're square forward as best you can. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Spin around. So readjust your stance. Front toes pointed forward, back foot is parallel to the back of your mat. Really bend into your left knee. Gaze over left fingertips. And then inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Bump your hips towards the back of your mat and then reach forward with left fingertips so you can't reach it anymore. Drop your left hand down, right arm reaches high. And then check in with your hips here. Try to stack your right hip on top of your left hip. And then stay lengthened through both sides of your torso. Nice. And inhale up to star pose. We're gonna go straight into our second set of wide-legged forward folds. So toes in, heels out. Extend your arms, exhale, wide-legged forward fold. And then we're gonna, I don't know if we've done this before, but it's a revolved wide-legged forward fold. So bring your feet a little bit closer together than you normally would in wide-legged forward fold. And we're gonna pivot on our heels and spin 180 degrees around so our toes are then pointing opposite of where they initially were. I'll show you guys. Okay, so I'm like this. I pivot, walk my hands around, toes are pointed that way. So it's going to feel awkward and your legs are going to be crossed, but your toes are pointed in the same direction. Nice. You should feel a stretch through your hips. So your back leg, feel a stretch along the entire length of your back leg. Yeah. And then once you've had enough on this side, try it on the other side. So come back to that narrow, wide-legged forward fold and spin around the other direction. So pivot on your heels. And then once you're done, find your way back to wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift right here. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. And step back, find chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, move to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, standing at attention. Let's take tree pose first, and then we'll do dancer's pose. So tree pose, ground down through your left foot, bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left leg, above or below your knee. Then option to take an arm variation, bring your arms to your sides, maybe send them up high, or take a bind at your low back. And release. Find tree pose on the other side. Right leg is your base this time. Bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. And then you can take the same arm variation you took on the other side or do a different one. And release. All right, moving into dancer's pose. Bring your right elbow to your right hip, palm facing up. Bend your right knee, reach back and capture the inside of your right foot. Option to stay right here, great quad stretch, or exhale, kick your right foot into your hand. Tilt your torso forward and reach forward with left fingertips. One more breath here. Nice. Inhale back up to mountain pose. And dancer's pose on the other side. Bring your left elbow to your left hip, palm facing up. Bend your left knee, reach back. Capture the inside of your left foot. And then option to stay right here. Exhale, kick your left foot into your left hand. Reach forward with right fingertips. Find an unmoving point to gaze at to help with balance. Nice. Inhale up to mountain pose. Nice job. Exhale, standing at attention. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank, and then lower all the way down to your mat. We're going to do a little spine strengthening exercises, just a couple. So keep your hands where they are by your rib cage. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Inhale, baby cobra pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up off of your mat, using little to no weight in your hands. Gaze down towards the top of your mat to keep your neck long. And again, the tops of your feet, try to keep them in contact with your mat. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your right ear to your mat. relax your arms by your sides. Then come back to center. Find a bind at your back. So interlace your hands. Moving into bound locust pose. On your inhale, lift everything up off of your mat. So lift your toes, your chest, and then maybe your fists float a little bit up from your back. Open your chest a little bit more. Nice shoulder rinse as well. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Bring your left ear to your mat this time. And bring your chin back to center. We have one more exercise on our bellies. Floor bow. So bend your knees. Try to grab for both feet. The option to stay right here, or exhale, kick your feet into your hands to lift your thighs and your chest up off of your mat. You want to keep your knees relatively close together, about hip width distance apart. If you can't quite grab your toes, option to grab for a strap, and you can wrap that strap around your feet and then just hang onto the strap with your hands. One more round of breath here. Exhale, release. Bring your right ear to your mat. An option to windshield wiper your feet back and forth. Release your low back a little bit. And then press yourself up to a seated position. Send your legs long in front of you. We're just going to do a simple seated forward fold to counteract those back bends that we did. So inhale your arms up, exhale, seated forward fold. To focus on the back stretch, I like to keep my knees bent, but you can always keep your legs straight or find a flat back for more of a hamstring stretch. But if you want to target your back, you can find a more passive forward fold. Relax your head. Inhale your torso up, and exhale, come all the way onto your mat. Bring your right knee into your chest. Give it a big squeeze towards your right armpit. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee over your torso. Send your right arm long. Gaze over left fingertip, or over your right fingertips. And come back through center, switch out your legs. Send your right leg long, tuck your left knee up towards your left armpit, give it a big squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your left knee over your torso, and then gaze over extended left fingertips. And come back to center. Bring both knees into your chest. Find ball pose. Bring your knees in tight and then tuck your chin. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Knees towards your forehead. Big inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Send your legs long. Relax your arms by your sides. Close your eyes. Let go of any controlled breathing. Option to stay in Shavasana a little bit while longer. But if you're ready to move on with your day, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Take some deep breaths. And then over the next 4 breaths or so, make your way to a comfortable seated position. And bring your hands together at heart center. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Then bring your hands to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. Bow forward. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
Have a
Dena.
wonderful rest of your day. Let me